Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon to you and welcome to Bena Midday News. This news is coming to you live from Benab House, Atomic Junction, Medina. My name is Sherifatu Ayuba. Coming up in this afternoon's bulletin. Over 300 people remanded into prison custody after alleged attacking personnel from NIMOS, EPA and journalists. Technical Universities Senior Administrators Association warns of possible industrial action over government's delay in paying their one-time research allowances. And on the international front, Mali kidnappings hit record high with jihadist group targeting foreign nationals. Details of these stories comes up shortly. Thank you for staying with us. Remember, we are streaming live on Facebook at Bena TV. Now the news in details. More than 300 people have been remanded in prison custody for 2 weeks after allegedly attacking personnel from the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, NIMOS, the Environmental Protection Authority, EPA, and a group of journalists. There's more in the following report.
The suspects, residents of Dajuni and Amona in the Ashanti region, and Hidiem, Kenyase, Goso, and Mahani in the Ahafo region, were rounded up in a joint military police operation at dawn on Wednesday, November 12, 2025. Security forces also conducted a parallel raid at Ehi in the Volta region. Footage circulating online shows scores of detainees, mostly men, lined up and subjected to physical drills, many appearing confused and unaware of the offenses for which they had been arrested. Some residents claim security personnel raided the wrong Dajuni community, insisting the operation mistakenly targeted the Dajuni on the Kumasi-Obuasi road instead of the one on the Obuasi-Dunkwao stretch, where illegal miners had reportedly attacked an EPA team. The detained individuals were transported to Kumasi and later arraigned, where all were remanded into custody for 2 weeks at the Kumasi Central Prisons. Relatives gathered in large numbers, distressed and hoping to see their loved ones or arrange bail. The suspects are expected to reappear in court on Thursday, 27th November 2025. Eyewitnesses allege that those who attempted to prove their innocence were ignored by the arresting officers. Residents and some lawmakers, including Tanon North M. Gideon Buako, have confirmed the mass arrests, arguing that many innocent people were caught in a swoop. They are calling for the immediate release of those wrongly detained and urging security agencies to adopt more targeted operations.
To Parliament now, where the Minority Leader Alexander Afenyo-Markin has expressed deep concern about rising disunity within the New Patriotic Party Minority Caucus, warning that internal rifts are weakening its ability to effectively hold the government accountable. Speaking at a caucus meeting on the 7th floor of Job 600 on Thursday, November 13, 2025, he stressed that the biggest threat to the minority is not the majority in parliament, but their own internal divisions.
Afenyomarkin noted that while the majority is intent on sidelining them, the NPP MPs are unintentionally strengthening the government's hand by remaining disorganized. Afenyomarkin called for an immediate end to the infighting, urging members to prioritize unity over individual political interests. He acknowledged that disagreements are part of democratic practice, but instead, they must not undermine the caucus's overall mission. He further criticized the government for mismanaging the country, citing economic hardships, alleged misuse of state institutions, and growing public frustrations. He maintained that only a united caucus can effectively confront these challenges.
Now moving on, the Technical University Senior Administrators Association of Ghana, TUSAG, has warned of possible industrial action over government's delay in paying their one-time research allowances. According to the association, the payment was captured in the government's 2025 budget, yet members have still not received their allowances. TUSAG has therefore given government until the end of December 2025 to honor the agreement.
The Technical University Senior Administrators Association of Ghana, TUSAG, which comprises registrars, accountants, auditors, and senior administrative professionals who help keep Ghana's technical universities running efficiently, announced the concern alongside other resolutions at its 9th Annual Congress held in Bolgatanga on November 12. National President Stanley Abupam expressed disappointment in government's handling of members' welfare. He lamented the widening pay gap between administrators and teaching staff, describing it as, quote, demoralizing and unsustainable, noting that administrative workers play a critical, year-round role in the governance and stability of technical universities. He urged government and the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission to review and correct the disparities to ensure fair and equitable compensation. TUSAG further argued that the current placement structure does not reflect the qualifications, responsibilities, or market value of administrative roles, resulting in stagnation, brain drain, and difficulty attracting skilled professionals. The association is therefore calling for the immediate conclusion of negotiations on a fair placement scheme that properly recognizes and rewards the specialized nature of their work.
Now on this note, we go for a quick break. We'll be back with business and more.
From the very first stage to this defining moment, they came with passion, purpose, and the power of faith. And now, 5 remarkable voices remain. Each has walked a journey of courage, conviction, and devotion, each ready to make history. Ilham, soft and gentle, yet fearless. Her calm voice carries power. Her gentleness commands hearts.
It is our problem, and together, tare zamu iya kiyaye yaran matanmu.
Halima, slow but sure, every step deliberate, every moment filled with quiet purpose.
So no matter how you think you have all the weapons in this world, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only says be and it will be.
Maimuna shines in modesty. Her humility radiates strength, grace wrapped in faith.
وجعل القمر فيهن نورا وجعل الشمس سراجا.
Hanun, bold and fearless, her words burn with truth and courage.
This is not leadership, this is betrayal, but not all hearts are hardened.
Muhammad, the only man left standing, a pillar of resilience. His voice echoes leadership and legacy.
Amina, I want Chelsea to win the game. I'm trying to fix us, Amina. Can't you understand? I'm trying to fix us. And you just understand how it's like to carry everything. Hey.
Faith, talent, unity. The journey that began with hope ends with history. The Umma Show Grand Finale, Friday, 14th November at 8 p.m. live on Baina TV. Venue, Zenith University College, near Trade Fair, La Accra. Entry free. The Umma Show, definitely different.
You're welcome back. You're still watching Baina Midday News on Baina TV. Now moving on to some business story. The Minister for Finance, Dr. Kaisalato Forsen, has announced that government will begin constructing a 1,200 megawatt state-owned thermal power plant in 2026. The move is aimed at boosting the country's reliable and affordable electricity supply. He disclosed this on Thursday, November 13, during the presentation of the 2026 budget statement and economic policy to Parliament.
Mr. Speaker, beginning 2026, government will commence the construction of 1,200 megawatts state-owned thermal power plant to offtake the additional 1,150 million standard cubic feet of gas per day from OCTP partners and GPP2. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, beginning 2026, government will commence the construction of a 1,200 megawatt state-owned thermal power plant to offtake the additional 150 million standard cubic feet of gas per day from OCTP partners and GPP2. This plant will support the provision of reliable and affordable power and secures Ghana's energy future. Mr. Speaker, the 1,200 megawatts is bigger than what our almighty Akosombo can produce. Right, Honorable Speaker, Ghana's oil production has witnessed consistent.
And on the international front, Mali is experiencing a sharp rise in insecurity, with jihadist group carrying out a record number of kidnappings targeted foreigners this year. ACLED reports that between May and October 2025, at least 22 to 26 foreign nationals were abducted, nearly double the previous record of 13 in 2022. There's more in the following report.
Victims include nationals from China, India, Egypt, the UAE, Iran, and several Balkan countries, including Serbia, Croatia, and Bosnia. The kidnappings are largely attributed to GNIM, the Al-Qaeda-linked coalition active across the Sahel. Experts note that these abductions form a central part of JNIM's economic jihad, with ransom reportedly reaching as high as $50 million for the release of an Emirati hostage and entourage. Beyond financing militant operations, the kidnappings aim to disrupt foreign investment and deepen Mali's political and economic instability. The escalation poses growing risk for regional security, international diplomacy, and development projects across West Africa.
And now in sports, the ongoing 2025 Kirin Cup began on a challenging note for Ghana as the Black Stars found themselves 1-0 down to Japan at halftime from Liverpool midfielder Takumi opened the scoring in the 16th minute, taking advantage of a swift Japanese attack that exposed Ghana's defense. Japan added a second goal in the second half to extend their lead. Ghana is struggling to find rhythm despite efforts to control the midfield and generate momentum. The team was hindered by key absence, with star midfielders like Kudus sidelined due to injury, and captain Jordan Ayew, Thomas Partey, Alexander Jiku and Elisha Owusu also unavailable, according to the Ghana Football Association. And this is how we bring the bulletin to an end. Now let's take a look at the stories that were making headlines. So we had over 300 people remanded in prison custody after allegedly attacking personnel from NIMOS, EPA and journalists. And we also read the Technical University Senior Administrations Association warns of possible industrial action over government's delay in paying their one-time research allowances. And in some news beyond our borders, we had Mali kidnappings hit record high, with jihadist groups targeting foreign nationals. And that's it for our midday news. Log on to our website, bainamultimedia.com, for more news. My name is Sherifatu Ayuba. Have a good afternoon.